Upper body strength is essential for any competitive tennis player. And Daria Kasatkina's approach to training exemplifies how strategic arm workouts can significantly enhance performance. Tennis is a sport where precision and power converge, and strong arms, shoulders, and chest muscles are key contributors to effective strokes, control, and injury prevention. For athletes like Kasatkina, developing specific muscle groups not only improves the mechanics of various shots, but also ensures sustained endurance during intense rallies and matches. In tennis, the upper body plays a crucial role in delivering power to the ball and maintaining control throughout each stroke. A well-conditioned upper body allows a player to execute serves, volleys, and ground strokes with precision and consistency. Every shot requires the intricate coordination of the arm, shoulder, and chest muscles. Serving, the upper body helps generate force as the racket accelerates through the kinetic chain. With a stable shoulder and strong triceps, players can execute a serve with greater speed and spin, placing pressure on their opponents from the very first point. Equally important is the ability to maintain this power throughout an entire match. Arm endurance ensures that fatigue doesn't impact performance during critical moments. By working on upper body strength, players can sustain a high level of intensity for longer periods, preserving their ability to hit aggressive shots late in the set. Forearm strength is a key factor that sets elite players apart. Tennis players rely heavily on their wrists and forearms for control and spin, especially on shots that require precision angles. For example, forearm supination, the outward rotation of the forearm, is crucial for effective wrist involvement in strokes. This movement helps generate topspin on the forehand and slice on the backhand, giving players the ability to create sharp angles and outmaneuver their opponents. The use of varied spins in her game highlights the importance of this control. Her forehand is characterized by heavy topspin and depth, while her flatter backhand can be directed either cross-court or down the line. In addition, her slice backhand, a shot often used to neutralize pace or reset a point, requires a combination of wrist control and forearm endurance. Without sufficient forearm strength, players risk inconsistency in these strokes and may struggle with execution during high-pressure situations. From an injury prevention standpoint, the forearms act as a stabilizing force during shot-making. Developing these muscles can reduce the likelihood of wrist and elbow injuries, which are common in tennis. A stronger forearm not only helps absorb the impact of repeated ball contact, but also reduces stress on the shoulder, minimizing the risk of overuse injuries that can occur over the course of a long season. Shoulder stability is another essential component of upper body training for tennis players. The shoulder joint undergoes repetitive, high-speed movements during serves and overheads, making it susceptible to injury without proper conditioning. Strengthening the muscles that surround the shoulder, including the rotator cuff and deltoid, provides support and stability, which allows for smooth and controlled movements. A stable shoulder also improves racket head speed, giving players the ability to accelerate the racket through contact and generate powerful serves and ground strokes. Kasatkina's game emphasizes precision and variety, and her ability to hit with different spins and angles is heavily reliant on shoulder endurance. Whether executing a high topspin forehand or flattening out a backhand for a winner, she needs to maintain shoulder stability throughout the motion. Developing endurance in these muscles ensures that her strokes remain consistent even after hours of play, helping her maintain accuracy in crucial. The triceps, located at the back of the upper arm, play a pivotal role in several key tennis movements. During the serve and overhead, the triceps are responsible for extending the elbow just before contact with the ball. This final movement is critical for transferring energy from the torso and upper arm into the racket, ensuring maximum power and precision. Without strong triceps, players may struggle to generate the force necessary to hit effective serves or overhead smashes. In addition to their role in the serve, the triceps are also involved in executing backhands and volleys. For example, when hitting a backhand, the triceps help extend the arm through the stroke, providing stability and control. In net play, they contribute to the fluid motion needed for quick volleys, ensuring that players can react swiftly to fast exchanges at the net. For players like Kasatkina, who regularly employ a variety of spins and angles, strong triceps are essential for consistent execution across different types of shot. Kasatkina's playing style showcases the importance of well-rounded upper body strength. The combination of heavy topspin forehands, flatter backhands, and slice shots requires not only technical skill, but also excellent physical conditioning. Her ability to switch between these different strokes seamlessly demonstrates how upper body strength and endurance allow for tactical versatility on the court. By focusing on the arms, shoulders, and chest, players like Kasatkina gain a competitive edge in multiple ways. Strong muscles in these areas not only enhance power, but also improve racket control, allowing players to execute complex strategies with greater precision. Moreover, the endurance developed through upper body training ensures that players can maintain their level of play throughout long rallies and extended matches. Daria Kasatkina is widely recognized for her crafty style of play, relying on a combination of speed, precise shot-making, and quick thinking to outmaneuver opponents. Unlike many hard-hitting players who dominate the game with raw power and overwhelming force, Kasatkina's success lies in her ability to adapt to unpredictable match situations. Her refined footwork and efficient movement patterns form the foundation of this strategic approach, enabling her to execute complex shots and respond effectively to a variety of game scenarios. The agility she displays on court is not accidental, but rather the result of specific training designed to enhance her coordination, speed, and responsiveness. Through structured agility drills, lateral movements, and resisted movements, Kasatkina has developed the physical and mental tools to excel at the highest level. Fox opponents with deceptive shots, unexpected angles, and precise positioning is a testament to the importance of agility in modern tennis. Tennis is a sport that demands continuous movement across multiple planes, requiring athletes to accelerate, decelerate, and change direction within a fraction of a second. In such a dynamic environment, agility becomes essential. Defined as the ability to change the body's position quickly and efficiently, agility also involves coordination, balance, and motor control. For tennis players, smooth, energy-efficient movement is key, as excessive physical exertion during a match can lead to fatigue, reducing performance in later stages of competition. In Kasatkina's case, agility allows her to move with precision and control, helping her execute a variety of shot types with minimal wasted energy. Whether she's running down a drop shot, adjusting for a deep lob, or positioning herself for a topspin forehand, her ability to change directions swiftly and efficiently gives her a distinct edge over her opponents. Agility training reinforces these movement patterns, ensuring that she can react smoothly to unpredictable situations without sacrificing coordination or accuracy. Agility in tennis goes beyond raw speed. It involves an intricate interplay between neuromuscular coordination and decision-making. Since tennis is inherently unpredictable, players must process visual and sensory stimuli rapidly and react accordingly. For example, Kasatkina frequently faces situations where she must anticipate her opponent's next shot, make quick decisions, and reposition herself accordingly. Her training prepares her to respond to these split-second demands with both mental and physical agility. The process of improving agility involves reinforcing motor programs through neuromuscular conditioning and neural adaptation. This means that the brain and muscles must work together seamlessly to execute movement patterns specific to tennis. Agility training focuses on developing this connection, allowing players to transition smoothly between movements and respond to stimuli without hesitation. For Kasatkina, this means mastering lateral movements to handle sharp cross-court shots, quick sprints to cover the net, and efficient recovery steps after every stroke. Unlike endurance sports where steady pacing is crucial, tennis involves bursts of intense activity followed by brief recovery periods. Each point demands short but explosive movements, often no longer than a few steps in any given direction. The specificity principle in training suggests that athletes should train according to the types of movements they will perform during competition. For tennis players, this means focusing on sprints, lateral shuffles, and directional changes that reflect match situations. Kasatkina's movement patterns align with these principles. Her ability to anticipate and react quickly allows her to conserve energy by moving only as much as necessary. This efficient use of energy enables her to maintain high levels of performance throughout long matches, even when playing against physically stronger opponents. By practicing the same types of movements she encounters during match play, she has developed muscle memory that allows her to execute them instinctively under pressure. This refinement ensures that her movements remain smooth, coordinated, and energy efficient, even during high-stress points. Agility not only influences how well players move on the court, but also directly affects the quality of their shot-making. Tennis is a sport of margins, where even a slight delay in movement can result in missed opportunities or poorly executed shots. Kasatkina's success hinges on her ability to arrive at the ball early, position herself correctly, and strike with precision. Her diverse shot selection, ranging from topspin forehands to slice backhands and drop shots, requires optimal positioning and balance, which are achieved through superior footwork and, for instance, her use of heavy topspin forehands demands precise timing and positioning, while her ability to hit flat backhands down the line requires quick lateral movement and perfect balance. The agility she has developed allows her to stay low to the ground, adjust her body position rapidly, and maintain control over the racket face during complex rallies. Additionally, the quick, unexpected changes in direction she can execute give her the ability to create deceptive angles and keep her opponents guessing. When you think about tennis, powerful forehands, precise backhands, and lightning-quick serves may come to mind. But what often gets overlooked is the engine that makes all these things possible, the legs. For Daria Kasatkina, who relies on explosive speed and smart court coverage to outwit her opponents, building leg strength is essential. Her ability to accelerate, decelerate, and change direction efficiently stems from the work she puts into training her lower body. Tennis is one of the most physically demanding sports, requiring bursts of speed, constant movement, and rapid reactions. Strong legs don't just help a player get from point A to point B, they also provide the foundation for every shot, every sprint, and every explosive movement on the court. For Kasatkina, and any player at the top level, developing leg strength, power, and endurance is non-negotiable. Maintain a high level of performance through long matches, reduce injury risks, and generate the kind of power needed to compete with the best in the world. The legs play a crucial role in almost every aspect of tennis. Whether you're sprinting to chase down a drop shot, lunging for a wide backhand, or pushing off to hit a powerful serve, strong legs provide the necessary support. Tennis players spend a significant amount of time in low, loaded positions, like the split step or semi-crouch. So lower body strength ensures that they can remain balanced and stable, even during rapid changes in direction. A strong lower body also enhances the quality of a player's strokes. Think about it this way. Tennis is not just an upper body sport. The legs initiate the movement chain, transferring energy from the ground up through the core and shoulders to the racket. This ground-up energy transfer is what gives power to serves and ground strokes. Without a solid base, it's difficult to generate the kind of explosive force needed to hit heavy shots, especially under pressure. Kasatkina's game is built on more than just finesse. When she needs to switch gears and hit a penetrating shot or serve out wide with extra pace, her lower body strength makes it possible. The power behind her strokes may not be as obvious as that of a pure baseliner, but it's there, and it all starts from the legs. When discussing leg workouts for tennis, it's essential to understand the difference between strength and power. Strength refers to the ability to apply force over a certain distance. For example, being able to squat with a heavy load builds raw strength. Power, on the other hand, is about how quickly that force can be applied. This concept is essential in tennis, where you're not just moving weight, you're moving it fast. The faster you can generate force, the more explosive your movements become. In practical terms, a strong leg without power is like having a race car engine with no fuel. You need both components to play effective tennis. Kasatkina's explosive movements on the court, those quick bursts of speed and seamless direction changes, are the result of combining strength with power. Her ability to cover the court so efficiently comes from training her legs to be strong, but also fast and responsive. One of the unique physical demands of tennis is the need to perform explosive movements repeatedly. A typical point in tennis lasts between 4 and 8 seconds, but matches can stretch on for hours. This is where power endurance comes in, being able to execute powerful movements over and over without fatiguing. It's not enough to be able to sprint for one shot. Tennis players need the capacity to explode off the ground repeatedly, whether they're chasing balls at the baseline or reacting to volleys at the net. Kasatkina's game is a prime example of how power endurance makes a difference. Her ability to stay explosive deep into a match, moving with the same intensity in the third set as she did in the first, is a direct result of conditioning her legs to sustain high performance over time. Developing this kind of endurance involves reinforcing movement patterns, improving muscle recovery, and building strength that lasts. Leg strength isn't just about raw power, it also contributes to agility and stability. Tennis players must move in multiple directions: forward, backward, laterally, and diagonally. Quick changes in direction and sudden stops require more than just speed. They demand a high degree of control. Stability ensures that players can stay balanced while executing complex shots or reacting to unexpected bounces. Kasatkina's playing style, which relies heavily on speed and rapid movement, demands exceptional footwork and balance. Whether she's sliding into a wide forehand or recovering quickly from a defensive position, her lower body strength allows her to stay stable and composed. Agility is not just about moving fast, it's about moving with precision and control, which is why training for stability is just as important as building. Moreover, stability plays a critical role in injury prevention. Tennis involves a lot of sudden movements, sprinting, lunging, and pivoting, that can put stress on the knees, ankles, and hips. Strong, stable legs help absorb these forces, reducing the risk of common tennis injuries such as ankle sprains or knee strains. Kasatkina's focus on leg strength not only improves her performance, but also keeps her healthy and ready to. Daria Kasatkina's success on the tennis court is not just a result of talent and strategy, but also careful attention to her pre-match preparation. One critical element of her routine is her warm-up, which primes her body for competition, reduces the risk of injury, and mentally prepares her for the challenges of the match. A well-designed warm-up routine goes beyond simply getting the heart rate up. It ensures that every muscle and joint is ready for the dynamic movements required on the court. Kasatkina's attention to mobility and flexibility plays a major role in her ability to move smoothly, stay injury-free, and perform at a high level throughout matches. In tennis, players are required to perform explosive sprints, quick changes of direction, and rotational movements repeatedly over the course of a match. Without proper warm-up and mobility exercises, the risk of injury increases. Are designed to gradually elevate the heart rate, increase muscle temperature, and prepare the joints for the rapid movements that occur during play. Moreover, warming up helps players mentally transition into competition mode, sharpening their focus and reinforcing muscle memory. Kasatkina ensures that every match begins with a comprehensive warm-up tailored to her game style. As a player who relies on speed, precision, and variety in her shots, she needs her body to be primed for quick reactions and unpredictable movement patterns. Her warm-up routine not only prevents injuries, but also ensures that she can access her full range of motion during lateral sprints, rotational movements, and rapid direction changes. Flexibility is often an underappreciated component of athletic performance, but it is critical in a sport like tennis. Flexibility allows the player to move freely through a full range of motion, which is essential for executing strokes efficiently and without strain. Players with better flexibility can react more effectively to the demands of the game, performing rapid shifts in direction and extending their reach for difficult shots. Kasatkina's warm-up routine incorporates flexibility exercises to keep her body limber and her movements fluid. Beyond enhancing performance, flexibility also plays a significant role in injury prevention. The repetitive nature of tennis, particularly the frequent rotations, lunges, and lateral movements, can lead to tight muscles and restricted movement patterns over time. By working on her flexibility consistently, Kasatkina minimizes muscle imbalances and ensures her joints remain healthy. She emphasizes flexibility in her shoulders, hips, and lower body to support the mechanics of her strokes, allowing her to hit with power while reducing the risk of overuse injuries. Mobility differs slightly from flexibility. While flexibility refers to the range of motion around a joint, mobility involves the ability to control that range of motion during. Mobility is key for quick transitions between shots, stable positioning, and explosive movements. Kasatkina's mobility training ensures that her joints, particularly the hips, shoulders, and ankles, can move freely while maintaining strength and stability. This balance between mobility and strength allows her to move smoothly on the court without compromising control or risking injury. Tennis demands rapid directional changes, rotational force for shots, and deep lunges for wide balls. A well-designed warm-up that includes mobility exercises ensures that the player can perform these actions seamlessly. For Kasatkina, maintaining mobility helps her transition between offense and defense, recover after shots, and execute strokes with precision. Dynamic stretching plays a crucial role in Kasatkina's pre-match routine. Unlike static stretches, which involve holding a position for a prolonged period, dynamic stretches involve controlled movements that prepare the muscles for activity. These movements help increase the range of motion in the joints, activate key muscle groups, and elevate the heart rate in preparation for match intensity. For a player like Kasatkina, dynamic stretching helps ensure that her muscles are warm and ready to perform explosive movements without restriction. It also primes her nervous system for the quick reactions needed on the court. Dynamic stretches mimic the movements of tennis, such as lunges, rotations, and lateral steps, allowing her to rehearse the types of actions she will perform during the match. This type of stretching is essential to prevent muscle tightness, improve performance, and reduce the risk of sudden strains or pulls. While dynamic stretching is ideal before matches, static stretching becomes more beneficial after play. Static stretches involve holding a muscle in a lengthened position for an extended period, promoting relaxation and reducing muscle tension. Kasatkina incorporates static stretching into her cool-down routine to help her body recover and prevent stiffness. Post-match static stretching allows muscles to return to their resting length, reducing the risk of tightness and soreness the next day. It also promotes better blood flow, which helps flush out lactic acid and other waste products accumulated during play. For tennis players like Kasatkina, maintaining a regular post-match stretching routine ensures that they stay flexible, minimize muscle imbalances, and recover faster between matches. Kasatkina understands that flexibility isn't something you develop overnight, it requires consistent practice. That's why she incorporates flexibility exercises into her regular training routine, ensuring that her body stays limber and prepared for the demands of the game. Practices like yoga and Pilates, which focus on improving flexibility and mobility, are particularly beneficial for tennis. Enhance joint health, improve body awareness, and promote relaxation, which can help players avoid burnout over a long season. Incorporating flexibility exercises into training also allows players to identify and address any areas of tightness or restricted movement before they become problematic. For example, tight hip flexors or limited shoulder mobility can negatively impact a player's ability to move efficiently or generate power. By staying proactive with her flexibility training, Kasatkina ensures that her body remains balanced, resilient, and ready to perform at its best. Warming up isn't just about physical preparation, it also provides mental benefits that are essential for high-level performance. Kasatkina's warm-up routine helps her shift her focus from practice mode to competition mode, reinforcing positive habits and building confidence. As she goes through her stretches and mobility exercises, she tunes into her body, identifying how she feels and making any necessary adjustments before the match begins. This mental aspect of warming up can have a significant impact on performance. Tennis is as much a mental game as it is a physical one, and starting a match with a clear mind and a prepared body can give players a crucial edge. For Kasatkina, the warm-up routine serves as a ritual that helps her stay calm, focused, and ready to execute her game plan. One of the keys to Kasatkina's warm-up success is her ability to balance mobility, flexibility, and strength. Tennis players need all three elements to perform at their best. Too much flexibility without enough strength can lead to instability, while too much strength without mobility can limit movement and increase injury risk. Kasatkina's training program ensures that she develops each component in harmony, allowing her to move efficiently, generate power, and stay injury-free. Her ability to maintain this balance is evident in the way she moves on. Whether she's sliding into a wide forehand, recovering after a long rally, or adjusting her body for an overhead smash, Kasatkina's movements are smooth, controlled, and precise. This fluidity is a direct result of the work she puts into her mobility and flexibility. When you watch Daria Kasatkina glide across the tennis court, unleashing sharp forehands, deceptive slices, and perfectly timed winners, you're seeing more than just skill. There's an engine behind every movement: her core. In tennis, the core muscles do far more than just look good. A strong core gives players stability, enhances balance, and powers every stroke with greater force and precision. For someone like Kasatkina, whose game relies on speed, control, and fluid movements, core strength plays an indispensable role in ensuring she can compete at the highest levels. Tennis requires constant movement: rapid sprints, sudden stops, quick lateral steps, and abrupt changes in direction. Each of these actions places a significant demand on the body's core. A stable core allows a player to maintain balance and body control during fast, multi-directional movements, which are common during rallies. For Kasatkina, her core ensures that she can switch directions efficiently, helping her track down difficult shots and maintain a solid base during long points. Stability in the core acts as a protective mechanism, reducing the risk of injury during these explosive movements. When your body shifts direction quickly, a strong core ensures that you don't collapse at the midsection, which could compromise technique or strain the lower back. This stability also allows a player to perform at a high intensity for longer, as the body remains more efficient and less prone to fatigue. Balance is essential in tennis. Whether you're sprinting to a drop shot, lunging for a wide return, or hitting a backhand on the run, staying balanced is key to executing shots effectively. Your core muscles help you remain aware of your center of gravity, which in turn allows you to make controlled movements and stay composed throughout the match. Kasatkina's ability to stay balanced during rallies, even when stretched to her physical limits, is a testament to her strong core. With every movement, she tunes into her center of gravity, which helps her recover quickly after shots and return to a neutral position on the court. When you have excellent core balance, you can avoid awkward postures that lead to mistimed shots or poor recovery between strokes. This gives players an edge, especially when they need to react fast or execute tough shots under pressure. In tennis, power doesn't come from the arms alone. Instead, power is generated from the ground and transferred through the body's kinetic chain, starting from the legs and moving through the core, shoulders, and finally into the racket. The core serves as a crucial link in this chain. Without it, the energy generated from the ground would never make it to the racket with full efficiency. For Kasatkina, the power she delivers on her forehands, backhands, and serves is a result of efficient energy transfer through her core. When she pushes off the ground, her core muscles engage to stabilize the torso and facilitate rotation. This rotation, the twisting motion of the upper body, is where much of the force for ground strokes is generated. The stronger her core, the more effectively Kasatkina can harness this rotational power and channel it into her shots. Trunk rotation, the twisting of the torso during strokes, is one of the biggest contributors to shot power. It's easy to understand how vital the core is to tennis power with a simple experiment. Imagine standing still with your legs locked and hitting a forehand without rotating your upper body. No matter how much energy you generate from your legs, you'll find that your shot feels flat and lacks pace. The reason? The power of the stroke largely depends on the rotational movement of the trunk. Without proper rotation, you're forced to rely on your arm muscles alone, which significantly limits the amount of force you can apply to the ball. Kasatkina knows this well. Her ability to hit precise, well-placed shots comes from mastering the coordination between her legs and core. The legs provide the initial push, but it's the core's rotational strength that allows her to unleash powerful forehands and backhands. While power is essential in tennis, control is just as important, and the core muscles play a pivotal role in achieving both. A strong core allows players to engage the correct muscles at the right time, making it easier to control shot placement and direction. This ability to generate power without sacrificing precision is one of the hallmarks of Kasatkina's game. Her core strength helps her remain steady when hitting shots on the move, enabling her to execute delicate slices and sharp angles with finesse. Kasatkina's shot variety, whether it's a topspin forehand, a flat backhand, or a clever drop shot, requires exceptional body control. A strong core allows her to adjust mid-movement, shifting seamlessly between power and finesse depending on the situation. When she's stretched wide and off balance, her core activates to keep her steady, ensuring that she can still execute an effective shot. This stability not only enhances her performance, but also reduces the risk of mishits and errors during critical moments. In addition to strength and stability, endurance is a critical component of core performance. Tennis matches can last for hours, and maintaining core engagement throughout such a physically demanding contest is essential. A player's core muscles need to fire repeatedly, supporting every movement and stroke without losing strength or precision. Kasatkina's core workouts emphasize not just raw power, but also endurance, ensuring that her muscles can withstand the rigors of long matches. Fatigue in the core can lead to a breakdown in technique, increasing the risk of injury and reducing shot effectiveness. By building endurance in her core, Kasatkina ensures that she can maintain her high level of play deep into matches, even when the physical and mental demands intensify. Injuries are common in tennis, especially to the lower back and hips, where the stress from repetitive movements accumulates. A well-trained core acts as a protective shield, absorbing and distributing the forces generated during play. When the core is weak, other parts of the body, such as the lower back, compensate, which increases the risk of strain and injury. For Kasatkina, injury prevention is a priority, and her core workouts are designed with this in mind. Strengthening the core muscles not only improves her performance, but also reduces the likelihood of injury. With a strong and stable core, she can play more confidently, knowing that her body is well prepared to handle the demands of the sport.